A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and we got upside. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
So we had to do that.
So we have to do that.
We have to do that.
Okay.
Christmas.
Yes.
And I say Christmas, not happy holiday. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays.
Me too.
Like, I could tell because you like address the Christmas spirit,
Right.
which I need to start doing. So first I want to say, welcome everybody to Politics with the Princess. Johnny Gonzalez is on his way. He's in traffic, so he will be busting through that door any minute soon. We also have, I think, special guest, Denzel, who ran for city clerk. And we were not here. But we have this beautiful, I know you're like, dang, she's beautiful. I know, right?
Thank you.
So, I know, right? Tell them your name. Because I love your name.
Thank you.
And I needed your name today. And your name kind of saved me these past 3 weeks. We'll talk about how.
Okay.
Tell them your name.
So my name is Wjzz Washington.
Jesus, everybody. Her name is Jesus.
Jesus, yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
So, Jesus is here in the studio with me. And so, we were watching Politics with the Princess on Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest radio station in the world.
In the world.
In the world.
In the world.
And actually, you are one of the producers here, right?
Yes.
Kudos to
Thank
a
you.
female, beautiful, educated producer.
Thank you.
And so you can watch us live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter. Comment, like, share. Call in and talk about your plans for Christmas, you guys. I want to know them. I need to know them. You call in at 313-355-6018, and we'll get into our plans too about Christmas. But I want to start off and say we were not here last Friday. We were not here last Friday because I about died.
What?
When I say your name saved me,
Really? What happened?
your name saved me.
Girl, you gotta tell me the story. What
So,
happened?
I have been sick before November 29th.
Mhm.
And before November 29th, like 2 weeks before,
Mhm.
I suffer from a disease called diverticulitis. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know what it is.
So diverticulitis is something with your intestines, and it's little holes in your intestines, and you can't eat certain things, and like strawberries, because the seeds get stuck. So say it gets stuck over time, and it'll turn into an infection, and you like this, like you literally bend over, right? Like
Right.
you are
Just exhausted.
And I found out 2 years ago I didn't have any flare-ups since then. And like before November 29th, I had a flare-up. And so as I'm making it through that, on the 29th, we do events. I'm doing more events. I'm traveling. I'm wearing my mask, sort of. I'm going to say I'm not really. I just became like super sick.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh my God. Like, I literally thought, I felt like death.
Right.
Like when I say this, people get your vaccines.
Yeah.
Wear your mask. Because you can't do anything if you really like feel the effect of COVID-19.
Yes.
Have you had it?
No.
Have you been around have you took care of somebody who had it?
No. But I know, from what
I
people
want to
explain it
cry
to me.
right now
Mm-hmm.
because it's the worst. And I say this to all. I'm so strong. You know, women are strong.
Yes.
We take care of everything.
Right.
And we move around while we're sick. We got a little cough.
Right.
And, oh my God, Jesus. And I like to say, I could not even use the restroom on my own.
Wow.
And I'm sharing that, and I can't believe I'm sharing that because it's Are you so embarrassed?
No, but it's real.
It's like you, and it's not even, okay, say once you start healing,
Mm-hmm.
and you get over it. The thing is learning to breathe again.
Wow.
Learning to walk again.
Wow.
Learning to go up the stairs without feeling like you're dying. Like the virus is not in your body anymore.
Right.
But it has come, taking your whole breath in life, and it's like you are in an infantile stage.
I've never heard anyone explain it that way.
And I want to cry because the love, I always was paranoid, man, my kid, who gon', you know how do you have kids?
No.
No.
I don't.
So, your biggest fear as a parent, who will take care of your kids if something happened to you? You don't want to leave this earth without them being independent, well-bodied, and all those things.
Yes.
I saw who would take care of my son.
Wow.
Man, my son was taking care better than I taking care of him. He's 12. His brother kicked in. His daddy. My mama. The love that I saw get poured into my son, which I worried. If anybody know me, my son is mine. And so I don't want to relinquish that power to anybody. I didn't have a choice. Somebody had to make breakfast, lunch, dinner. Somebody had to make sure he washed and, he had his stuff. Somebody had to make sure that he lived his life.
Right.
Somebody had to deal with me because during that time, you are pissed.
Right.
So I'm pissed. I'm yelling at people. I'm pushing people away. No, I don't need your help. But I really do need your help. And they still dealing with me being a total bitch. Excuse my life. Total bitch. And they didn't run.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's support.
For people to stay with you when you're
That's
sick
dedication
and you
honor.
cannot wash yourself.
Yes.
And to cook for you and brush your hair and girl, I am so thankful and grateful, and I'm just happy to be alive. People always say, well, how are you, Tashana? And I'm like, I'm alive. And because anything else can be fixed because I'm allowed to do so. It takes on a different meaning now. It takes on a total different meaning because I couldn't do anything, let alone type. And so some people, the other part that I saw was that people will call me, I can answer, and they'll text, and I'll be like, I'll just be honest, I feel like death. Once I feel better, I promise I'll call you.
Yeah.
They didn't let a text go by without them asking for something in that text.
Wow.
I am so pissed at those people.
Mm-hmm.
Because but it also made me think no matter what you go through in life, life still moves on. Those people still want what they want.
Right.
And if I die, they ain't gonna care.
They don't care.
They gonna find somebody else to try to get what they want. Because the text message, are you okay? Because if you okay, I need you to send me this.
Yee. That's not no real friend. Come on now.
Oh, girl.
Don't tell me
It
those
only
ain't
take
friends.
me one. That's the difference between. It only take me. I am very conscious in the moment, and I thank God and I thank Jesus. I thank Jesus that I got sick,
Mhm.
which is, and it put me in that state to where, hey, our two guests.
welcome.
So we're just doing a prelude about COVID, and I thank Jesus that it put. Her name is Jesus. So I'm keep saying Jesus. You got your phone out? I haven't shared yet. I left that up to you, Johnny. So I thank Jesus that I was sick and I could not, because usually when I'm sick, I can still move. I can still make stuff happen. I can still work through it, right? And I wouldn't have saw what I saw, and I wouldn't have felt what I felt.
That's right.
And I wouldn't have saw, like, when I say I was looking outside of my life and I'm laying, like, because you can't lay flat.
Mhm.
So I'm in rocking chairs, every rocking chair in my house, or like I got this lovely couch that I just bought for looks. It got the plugs and stuff in it, right?
Nice, yes.
But it reclined on both sides, right?
Yeah.
So I'm irritated because I'm literally gotta stay in this position, but so I'm switching positions.
right.
But when I fall asleep and people over me just to check and see if I'm alive, literally.
Man, you were just going
It's
through
funny, but it ain't funny.
it. Man.
People checking on me just to see if I'm alive. But I'm watching them all able to take care of each other.
Right.
Which means if I'm not there,
Yes.
any money I saved up, they can have. Anything. I know that I was always worried, like, if you're gone, what's going to happen?
Right, what's going to happen?
I could lay there and watch it. People kick in the gear. And it wasn't like, nobody yelled at me. And I should have got yelled at. Because I was not nice, Denzel. I was like,
You were sick. You were going through it.
if you're not sitting there and you peeing on yourself,
Right.
literally.
Real though.
Look, I'm being vulnerable. I'm telling y'all the real. I want people to know.
You don't want to be around nobody. You
I don't
like,
want you changing, but they just hey.
That's really
Do
good.
you want some tea?
Wow.
And I was not nice. I was just picking anything to argue over to get people away from me.
Yeah.
But they didn't let me lay there and die.
Oh man.
They Johnny. Now Johnny
Well, at
was a
least
good
you
friend. Johnny bothered me one time. I told him, Johnny, I'm fucked up. He's like, feel better. He asked me for nothing or nothing.
Yeah.
It was so many people that I thought was my friends.
Yeah.
They just kept calling you.
For shit.
Yeah. Hey, well, look.
For things with the governor.
Yeah.
For, when is the holiday parties? I know you're sick, but if you feel bad, I
Not the
promise.
holiday parties.
I'm clean now.
No,
Full clean
no,
up.
I'm.
Oh, you not clean?
No, I am. But you know, since
scare me.
I'm always
Okay.
like, let me be safe.
let
You
it.
know.
But I was out for a month. That's a month.
Wow. That's
Mm.
a long time.
But no, they were like,
But you got to see the real in the face.
I got to see it. I got to see those that was there in the beginning, and did the check in, and then it was too much. They fucking gave up.
Yeah.
You got to see it. That matters
Yeah.
when you want to get married.
That's right.
That matters when you cause all the stuff that I built means shit, nothing when you dead.
Nothing.
What mattered is that close knit people that wipe my ass.
Yeah, it's the
You
support.
know what I'm saying?
It's the support. It's the real
That
ones that
saw
come through.
that dealt with my shit,
Right.
that took care of my son, my heart,
Mhm.
and
That's
he just lived his life. He checked to see was I alive, I don't want him to die.
Oh, no.
But he was playing his video games, and his life didn't change.
Right.
Just mama laying there next to him, out in. No medication helps you.
Right. Right. Yeah,
You had COVID before, right?
Yeah.
But I don't
Like
think
when
you
it first
had it
started.
that bad, right?
Nah. Well, Kinda. I don't. So what?
It sneak up on your
I
ass.
definitely wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Have you
having any
had it
accidents.
before?
I had it in October.
It sneak up
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
You be
But
like,
it's
I didn't have
this
any
is bad.
accidents.
This
though. I
ain't
just
shit.
like I just couldn't get comfortable at all.
You
know
can't
what I'm
get comfortable.
saying? Yeah, and your chest be hurting.
Your
like a
chest
mug.
hurt, but you
Definitely.
cannot get comfortable.
You can't.
Like you can't sleep in your bed because you can't lay back. And when you sit in a spot a long time, it's so your body hurt. Like you aching.
Yeah.
How was it for you?
It was, so I had mild symptoms, and I tell people, like, even with the mild symptoms, I never want to experience that again, because it was,
Ever.
I would get woken up out of my sleep with, like, excruciating head pain. Like,
Wow.
like you just wait.
Don't forget the sweating.
Right, the sweating.
And the sweat on top of that.
Yeah.
Then you want the window open, but then you're going to be cold, but you, like, drenched sweating. Like, you be like, this ain't no pneumonia. What the fuck is this?
Just
You be like,
exhausted.
please, Jesus, just give me pneumonia.
Man, no,
But then you're so exhausted. But then, like you said, you're not comfortable, so you can't sleep.
You can't sleep. You're so exhausted.
Yeah.
It comes, like she said she never heard anybody explain it like this. When I say, the virus leaves your body. It's like a 2-week span. But it takes every ounce of energy you
Takes it all.
have.
Yeah.
I'm literally just learning how to walk again and breathe at the same time.
Man, that's difficult.
Yeah.
So you think I
Yeah,
give a
definitely.
fuck about a person?
I definitely have it that
That-
bad.
You don't care about
No.
You
That's
don't
that-
care
that's that-
about
that's that
nothing
Omnicron
else
right there.
no, you like, can I just, God, please let me get up and
That's
not,
what it-
and not, like, struggle to breathe.
Well, I'm so glad you're here.
Yes,
Shit.
yes,
I'm
me
so-
too.
I look
All of you are here.
Yes.
All of you
She
got
like, I'm glad
COVID.
I'm here. What you
I'm
talking
so
about?
happy you guys are feeling so much better
Hey,
now.
Oh.
well, I got some good news. While you was out doing that,
While I was out dying.
I started. I started doing.
I love it.
Yeah, I started doing lead abatement at DTE. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
What is that?
So it's lead abatement is just removing the lead, and I'm removing it at the DTE Center. The Warren DTE is on Warren Livernois in Detroit. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I've been working 7/12s. At $30 an hour.
Wow.
So 7/12s in 1 week.
How
and
is
then
the conditions
Sunday
there?
is mandatory double time too, so it's going crazy.
You a money man.
Yeah.
He
So-
all about the money.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that all the way up until Christmas Eve, and then we got Christmas Eve and Christmas off, and then I'm going all the way up till every day until New Year's Eve. Yep. So and then when the new year come, I should have enough money. Plus I got a few investments.
This is goals, though.
Yeah.
It ain't just he got goals. He's already started his own company.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Johnny is very goal oriented,
Yeah,
which
so
I like.
That's what I was about to mention. So I already got a few investments into
The one right here.
Yeah, into my current into my current business that I just started. And for those that don't know, I just started an asbestos abatement corporation. We do asbestos abatement training and repair. And yeah, it's called Great Lakes Environmental Solutions. So I'm out here doing my thing, doing as much as I can to earn money myself to help jumpstart.
But to build a legacy for your
and bring,
family.
yeah, and bring in
That's
investments
what's up.
at the same time.
Well, I am one of your investors.
Yeah. Thank you, Tashana. I definitely appreciate that.
You got an investor right here.
And I already talked to because I am currently a union member. I just talked to the union president last week, and we're gonna be signing our contracts sometime in February or March. And then once we sign them contracts, then I got a surplus of labor, and all I have to do is just start just signing contracts. And then I can go on and continue my political career while I have a whole revenue coming in, a whole stream of revenue just from signing.
Oh, I gotta say one more person
You know
before
what
we
I'm
move on to introduce our guest that I've been waiting to talk to forever. I gotta shout out Tony. Tony, no last name. People know she sat here. Tony made my ass sit down and take care of myself.
Mm.
And she was the one that she's never asked me for anything ever. She's just always been concerned about my health. And I always found that weird to believe because I've never met anybody like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to shout out Tony. She probably going to cuss me out. She just had a birthday yesterday. Let's say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you. So she gonna call up here and probably cuss us all out. But we love you, Tony, and thank you for being a good friend. Tony,
That's
like,
amazing.
oh, she was like, if you don't sit your ass, like, I ain't gonna even tell, she don't even want to cuss me out. And that's what made me get in the bed. So,
And that's how you healed.
that's how the
Yeah.
healing started,
Yeah.
because I was still on the move with it.
Wow.
No, I was traveling to others, girl, and the person that saw that I was sick and was like, girl, tell them you sick. And I was like, I got commitments.
Right.
I don't like to turn, if I say I'm going to come and do it, I'm going to do it.
Right.
She was like, girl, if you don't, she was on me, like my mama.
Mm.
Yeah, your health is priority. Number
Yeah,
one.
I wasn't thinking
Yeah.
like that. I was thinking commitments, and it'd be wrong if I turned them down. So, I want to I'll let Johnny introduce this next guest. But I've been waiting to talk to you. I just used to want to grab you during your election. Just grab you. Because Johnny didn't know what he was telling you. I'm pretty sure Johnny was telling you stuff he didn't know. Because Johnny don't know. He knew. Right? Johnny, introduce our lovely next guest. Who we love.
So we got the one and only Denzel McCampbell.
Hey.
Hey.
Thank you.
That's all you gonna.
No,
You've
well,
been talking
I'm
about
still-
him for months. That's all he get. Damn.
I'm sorry for the short introduction.
When you wasn't here, he was saying more. Denzel, my boy, Denzel.
I
Really?
was. I definitely was. But like I said, I just fell asleep, and then I was like, oh,
That's
we
no
got a
excuse.
radio show.
That's
I didn't get to
No,
sleep
excuse
till
on
about,
this song.
Let's
till
get
about 6
because you've
o'clock
been
this
hyping him
morning.
up for
Oh,
months.
Yeah, let's try it again. Let's do another.
Let's do it again. Let's
Yeah,
do it
try
one more
again.
time. Go. Who
Yeah,
we
so
had,
we
Johnny?
have the one and only Denzel McCampbell, who just previously ran for city clerk here in the city of Detroit against Janice Winfrey. Unfortunately, we ran short, but we still got big things in the making. Very progressive person. The one and only Denzel McCampbell.
Well, thanks for having
There
me.
we go. Now
Thank
that's
you.
better.
Thank you. So.
That's better. So,
Oh, and before you go, you're actually our last guest of the year.
Oh wow.
all
Oh.
right, yeah. See,
Oh,
that's
wow.
amazing.
That's
You're all right.
special.
Look,
So
I'm
Yeah.
learning how to walk again and all that. My birthday coming up.
Oh, yeah. When your
My birthday is December the 30th, you
Oh,
guys.
Wow.
Wow.
The end of the year.
You're
You
Capricorn.
close to your-
I
You
am
said
a Capricorn.
Capricorn.
Yes,
What are you? When your birthday?
Gemini.
Gemini.
11.
Capricorn, Gemini get along
Get
good.
along real
My
good.
son is a Gemini.
Your son is a Gemini?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm a
no.
Scorpio. I'm a
So-
Scorpio.
oh, whatever.
Aries
I always
is the
gotta
best,
make
though,
it.
I ain't
I
gonna
gotta.
lie to you.
we gotta
Scorpios
make it
are
up.
good people.
We are.
Y'all good
Highly
people.
intelligent. Highly.
I try.
Don't tell them.
I
That.
try.
That's the problem. Now,
That's a problem?
That's the problem.
No.
Now everyone listening, they think they know everything.
But they do. They do. They really do.
Why are you doing that now?
Thank you so much.
So, why did you choose to run for city clerk?
Absolutely. So, first of all, thank you for having me on, and I'm so glad that you are here in the studio. That you like,
Jesus.
right, right. And I just a little bit about myself. I was born and raised on the east side, not too far from here, near 7 Mile of Ryan.
Wow.
And now live on the west side near Rouge Park. And I
Which park where?
on West Parkway.
Okay. I went to Lessinger Middle School.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
In the neighborhood.
Mhm.
But I have been doing voting rights work and election protection work for really the last decade. Ever since I got out of college, and we've always had the issues come up in the city of Detroit, but not only with the issues around election administration. I ran because I feel that we could have been doing more around civic engagement and education in an effort to increase turnout, to increase folks being engaged in our city government, but all levels of government, giving folks the education and knowledge that they need to say, okay, if you're caring about these issues around, let's say, recreation, let's connect the dots on how you can engage your city government around whether it's new equipment, making sure that the parks are upkept. So talking about voting, but going beyond voting and how folks can be engaged in their city government. And that's why I decided to run for city clerk. And
So it wasn't nothing vindictive against her.
Absolutely
You ran
not.
because you thought you would be a better candidate.
Absolutely, and
I
I
like
and
to
I
hear
made
that.
and I made that clear in every part that because during the campaign there was stories that came out about her, and the media would call me to make comments. I said I'm not getting into personal
I like
things
that.
about folks. That's and whether like if a voter is concerned about that, that's between her
And
and
the voter.
But I'm running on a message on I think I can bring better ideas, fresh ideas to the office.
I like that.
And it's up to the voters to decide that. And we really need to see more of that in politics, in running, because I think that'll get more people involved when you're actually talking to them to say, here's who I am.
Who
Right.
I am and
Here are my
not
policies, right?
why my candidate is so
Exactly.
horrible.
Exactly.
Because you meet a lot of people who don't like her as a person. Personally, like I know you heard me talk about, we have a good relationship with her. I do. I mean, I have a good relationship with anybody. I'm not, because it's not, I think people in politics get confused with, oh, I gotta demean this person and make them look like the devil
You don't.
in order for me to win. When it's quite the opposite, which I like, which you represent. I am good for this position because of this. These are the things that I can bring that's probably different than what's happening
Absolutely.
already.
Yep.
And it's your
And
actions, right?
and then your followers, when your followers get out of line, they're close to you. No, that's not the type of campaign we run here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't run that type of campaign. We talk about the issues and the facts,
Exactly.
not the people, families, and all of that stuff.
Right.
That's how it gets dirty and you messy it
And you
up.
turn people off.
You turn people
you
off.
really
You
do.
turn the real voter off. Not that, what they call them, grassroots, crazies. I don't want them anyway. I want an educated voter that's, because that's how you're putting the right people in office.
Mm-hmm.
All that other stuff, what it creates is that people looking at that and they not even was focused on what you even had to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they
Exactly.
want it messy.
Mhm.
Right. Drama.
Yeah, that's what and it came down. And you look, we fell short, but I'm proud of the campaign that we ran. Right.
I am proud of you for running.
Thank you.
And I say that because this is the other thing that people forget. Everybody deserves the right to run for office.
Right.
If you think you're good for that job. I don't like people running to get a job.
Right.
Man, I don't got no job. Fuck it, I'm about to run
I'm
for
about
office.
to run for this. Yeah, no.
Oh man.
This sounds like the
Exactly.
9 to 5.
Like,
I don't got
exactly.
no
9 to
job.
5.
All options are out the window. I guess I'll run for office. I don't want to go be no substitute teacher or nothing. I'm just going to run for office.
Yeah.
Shoot, hopefully I get that $80,000 a
Oh
year.
no.
And you
No,
see it,
people-
and it
People
shows.
really do that?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
it's
crazy.
Yeah.
Why would you run for a paycheck?
That's the
But it's
question.
politicians that with state reps or whatever, or any office, and they live off they have so many, what is it called? When you've done with your your thing?
A pension.
Pensions.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're out here with 6, 7, 8 pensions because they
From
leave.
the county.
One
city,
election
state.
You can have 8 to 7 pensions?
Yes.
You can have
You
multiple.
get one for being a state rep, one for being a commissioner,
La,
one
la.
for being this,
Hey,
one for that. And girl, yes. And it's sad because people will never get service. What I
That's
do
it.
like about Janice, she's only been a clerk. Has she tried to run for some other stuff? Yeah, but she's only been a clerk. Have you ever tried, like I asked Jaren, I asked LGBT this. Have you ever tried to sit down and work with her to see how you can help fix what you think is broken?
Yeah,
Right.
and I have, and so a little bit about my background is that in 20, that had to be like, yeah, before 2018, I was part of the Michigan Election Coalition, so we did that work and working together with clerks. And you know, it always came about, and this is like one of the things that I talked about. It was always, we knew about the issues, but the call for help or the willingness for help came after the election, right? Like it'll be an issue. We say, look, this may be happening.
You want to be proactive,
right? Do you have all the materials that you use? Let's make sure that polling locations open on time. We want to be helpful, and it was always after the fact. And even after the election, I reached out. I haven't heard back, but like, for me, and this is like going about what you said. You know, people call me like, oh yeah, you know, the state house and state senate next year coming up. I'm like, that's cool. I'm not running.
What district are you in?
I'll
let you know if you're running or not.
That's over. So that if you're looking at, because you know we have new maps.
What district are you? Who is that?
That's right. Right now it's Karen Winstead.
Oh,
but
she got 2 more years.
But it would be, we're gonna be a part of a house district if they adopt one of these maps that go to Livonia.
Gerrymander.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like they have
so we
Grandma,
might need you.
Brightmoor, Rouge Park, going to Redford,
and a little bit of
and
Livonia.
Livonia. All of Livonia.
All of Livonia?
Yeah.
That's on purpose.
Yeah. What does Brightmoor have in common with Livonia?
Absolutely nothing.
And if you think about the dynamics and like, if you think about who can run for office and get those resources, and I'm like,
just who, if it's all of Livonia, just who they know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And who's
so these maps got less minority representation.
What's
since
going
the
on
60s.
with the 13, 14 congressional? Any updates on those maps?
It's still the same maps.
Yeah.
They're still going.
But I'm saying nobody don't know if.
So like what Denzel said, if you went to any of the ICRC meeting, what are they?
Now it's public comment hearings.
Yeah, the hearings. If you went to any of the hearings, they went on a tour with their proposed maps. They had the state house, the state senate, and the congressional, and those were only proposed after everybody did the public comment at the hearing and said what they had to say. They're supposed to redo them and you know take our comments into consideration. But they didn't even do one. They didn't redo one thing.
They're not,
Yeah, but. So
they haven't redone any maps yet.
No, they're probably going to run with what they have. But what's going to happen is after they do the districts, they're probably going to be facing a ton of lawsuits.
Your lawsuits,
just like
Texas.
Yes, that's going on in Texas
Texas
right now.
is getting sued. So we want to let you know, you guys, that you are watching Politics with the Princess on Wjzz Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. You can like us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, comment, call in, tell us what you're doing.
YouTube.
YouTube. Tell us what you're doing this Christmas. 313-355-6018.
And the other thing I'll say about this redistricting, because they're going to be voting by the 31st. So folks should definitely pay attention to this. I know it's going to be holiday time, so we like to check out, but they have to vote by the 31st. That's what the Constitution says. But like you said, with the lawsuits, like I was looking into it because my day job is that I'm Congresswoman Tlaib's communication director.
I love her.
Yeah, she is great.
I love her.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell her you said that too.
You
She
heard
says every
what?
time. I'm her communications and political director. So
I didn't know. Well, I
Mhm.
knew you work with her. I just didn't know what capacity. I
Yeah.
knew when I called and bother you, you make stuff happen. But no. Yeah. Somebody gave me a number a long time ago and they say, well, call him. I said, I'm going to call him. And he made it happen. Because I was waiting on something.
That's how you do
Because
it.
that's what he does.
I try to thank you. I appreciate that. And every time I bring you up, she says that she loves you.
It's a history
Yeah,
there.
I know.
Like, yeah, but look, let me tell you, Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib, and I told her this to her face, too. Everybody knows this. So, yes, I started in Detroit organizing, but I really started in Southwest Detroit. Although I was raised in Detroit, somehow Southwest Detroit people took me in.
Wow.
It was weird. I don't understand. I went from Southwest Detroit. I mean, I used to hang out in Southwest Detroit, but this is the political side. So I was at a precinct meeting, and there's this lady stand up with a ponytail and blue jeans, and she yelling in a precinct meeting at Jesse Gonzalez now. It's just a regular precinct meeting. And I'm like, who is this lady? And they was like, oh, she's state rep. I said, well, yeah, I need to be in politics. Because it was this jeans and a ponytail and this lady with this finger. Yeah, you're not going to And then later, I'm hanging out with her. She talking about how she done jumped fences with Maddie Maroon.
She always say allegedly she jumped the fence.
Allegedly. She used to jump the Maddie Maroon fence to get evidence of pollution and all that stuff. But her work ethic is out cold.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people about a Rashida Tlaib. When you going up against her, the work ethic. She just always worked. And it's regular people.
Yeah.
It's not I have to wear mine. You know, it's none of that. That's how. That's why I got on mine. I know that I can be who I am.
Absolutely.
And still represent the people because she never changed up.
No. And that's
like, do
really
she even wear dresses? We not seeing her dresses.
Yeah, I've never seen her.
Like, no. when she got elected, she's like, when she got elected, Congress, she's like, oh, I gotta go shopping now, I guess.
Right, that's why, oh my God. Like, you gotta get dressed up and put makeup on. And another thing about her, for United Precinct Delegates, when I was building it, it was a couple elected officials that was there from the beginning. She's one. If she cannot make it to a thing, she sends a video. You know, she always is responding. And it's like, and I know as you grow, it's so hard to keep in touch with everything.
Yeah.
And it's about the staff that you get.
Right.
But it's so hard. But she somehow manages, boom, here she is. You be like, don't you want to be in D.C.? Nah, I flew back in. It's the weirdest. She spends her time really keeping in touch with people who help get her there.
She's really big on that. She's really big on like making sure that the district, like she has a president of the district. And that's the thing, like she will be in D.C. for voting. And as soon as the vote's over, she's like, I'm leaving.
Because I got to do this. It be the smallest thing. She be like, I got to do this for the school birthday party and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
You be like, what? It'd be the simplest thing. And she show up and does it.
But
and
those are the things that are meaningful.
That's why people love her. So she can make mistakes because real people know where her heart, she's done so many meaningful things for regular real people.
Right.
It's not, she doesn't cater to the elite.
Right.
And that's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying is that like the lawsuits. So in the Constitution, how the commission is written, the courts can only tell the commission to go back and do something, right? So if this goes to the court, the Supreme Court can only say, okay, you must go fix it, and then it's up to the commission to go fix it in the way that they interpret it, and then the court it will say, okay, I guess that's fine, right? If it is fine, so it's not going to be the end, but I just hope. Like, being on the state level, for me, in the city of Detroit, to be in the district of Livonia, I just feel like the needs of my neighborhood, the needs of Brightmoor, the needs of Grandmont, is not going to is gonna pale in
It's
comparison
different.
to what
My
Livonia
mother
was,
lives
right?
in Livonia. It's a totally different. It's different financially.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brightmore and Livonia, they like the
So-
income is like.
It's
So
yeah.
let's ask ourselves a question. So do you think it was a good idea creating this independent commission, or do you think we should have
I
just?
think we got.
That's what I'm saying. Should we just?
Seemed like we got.
Should we just let the legislator to
We
do it?
would have
'Cause
double got
Yeah.
quicker.
Yeah.
I just think we just got slower.
I think what I don't know.
It
It
Yeah.
was like a trick. You know what I'm saying?
So I was a supporter of the independent commission, right? Like in essence, right? Like, and you think in theory, it's like we want to take out the partisan, like in the legislature.
But
we
I
want
don't
to take
think
that,
they took it out.
and here's the thing, and that's my point is that I think people were not as prepared when they heard the independent. They're like, oh, it'd be fine,
Independent.
right? And it's like no, because what happened when you see, and I'm gonna just be real, like when you see the Republican side, they say, okay, it's independent, but we know who they know who these folks are, and they got organized and said, all right, let's meet with
figure
them.
out how to
Like,
pick 'em.
is that right? Like, let's figure out how to pick them. Let's figure out who's gonna be applying.
When you
Let's
see
all
them
of that.
calm and not worried and not really,
Yeah.
budget something, you gotta know they set it up.
Yeah. So I think, I'm hoping, my fingers crossed that this goes right in this time. But when the next iteration comes around in 10 years, like we have to be ready to make sure that we have folks that are applying to be commissioners.
Are you talking about Democrats?
I'm just
Gotta
talking
be
about-
ready.
I know.
You see my face?
This-
We ain't
Right.
never. This is the never ready
Yeah.
Democrat.
Well, I'm sitting back. I'm like, so y'all didn't know this was coming
Yeah,
out.
so y'all know that.
What?
Right now, example. Let's talk about this. Example. Before we go. We know Biden cannot run. Again, he's old. I love Biden. I'm a Biden fan. Biden, woohoo. But he can't do it.
It's not, yeah.
Guess what? Who they got? Nobody.
But look, he never gave up
Are
though.
we ready?
He never gave up. He kept going.
He
Kept trying
Yeah.
and trying and trying until he
He's
get.
not gonna be able to run again for president. Like if he's running, he ain't gonna be able to talk. I mean, he's
Yeah.
like.
No, this is it. For
This
him.
is
But hold
it.
on, hold
That's
on.
it.
You know what I don't
Maybe
understand.
What's his name? He don't never get old, and he
Bernie?
old.
Yeah,
Because Bernie's the same, and he got a good diet. And he made sure he got clean air and clean water. And he
It's
like,
Bernie Sanders.
hey,
That's
man,
the
Bernie
question.
has
'cause
looked the
somebody
same for the
called in
last
and tell
20
us,
man.
right?
I think,
Since we've been kids.
yeah, he has looked the same.
Like, how old is Bernie Sanders? I just want to know that.
He about 47.
But then why don't we look at the positive aspects of what presidents do? They do a lot of good things, but people don't focus on the
What I'm saying
good
is
things.
this.
Mm-hmm.
If we are not prepared with a candidate now, because they got candidates
They
out
have
there now,
they have a full bench on that side.
we will lose
Mhm.
the presidency flat out. We can't come, next year, we gon' you know what I'm saying? You have to think 6 years ahead of time. It should have already been a bench.
It should have been.
We don't have a bench of
No,
anything in Democrat.
no. And you know,
It's disgusting.
So I think Kamala should run, but the party not gonna back her though.
They're not. They're
They
like
definitely
we talked about. They're already building, messaging saying
she's not
she ain't delivered already.
Yeah,
She ain't delivered on voting rights.
yeah.
She ain't delivered on this. She ain't getting this done. They're already building messaging to where if she does say I want to run for president, remember they said you did, and this is on CNN. I'm
Yeah.
saying
It's
this.
reputation.
And
This is
coming-
not Fox.
it's
This is
coming from the
CNN
inside,
first.
too.
This is coming from inside. Her people are quitting,
Mm-hmm.
and so they making it seem like it's her fault. They can't get along with her.
Mhm.
So why would you have a president where people drop life? Like, I don't like that. But still, we should have a bench. Like, Republicans are 20 years or more
Yeah.
got a bench. they breeding they young.
For real. And I just remember that both of her two comms teams, the comms director, and both was out of there.
Just think next year.
Mm-hmm.
Just here in Michigan, state rep. Shree said he's running for state rep. Watch that seat. Watch everybody. Just because there's no order, it's gonna be packed with like 20-some candidates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's no order, is no breeding ground for.
So Yellow, what are we gonna do about this
Everybody be
one?
like, I'm running.
Yeah.
That race gonna be so packed for state rep for Shree Tanadar.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being strategic, because it's about being strategic.
Yep.
That's what
Yes.
it's really about, being strategic.
And while
organized.
while 20 people fighting for that state rep seat, Shree gonna be over here disrupting what's going on with Brenda Lawrence and Rashida.
And who knows what Brenda Lawrence gonna do? Maybe she gonna retire.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't know. I think that'd be hard for her to read. And I'm not just saying this because when I say worth, you gotta think about raising money,
Right.
Yeah.
work
Cause
ethic.
Rashida bringing that money, she
She
bringing
a
that
fundraiser
dollar
like crazy. She's fundraising in her sleep. So she's in the work ethic, and then you got territory.
Mhm.
Like Brenda Lawrence may want to run in an area where
Like Southfield or something.
where she from.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know. She might not run against Talib. But it's
a whole
just
lot. It's a
it's-
whole lot.
it's about to be crazy next
It really
year.
is.
I'm not even in it.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
Why you
I'm
not
not
in it?
in it. Do not call me for y'all
That's
nonsense.
what-
you must
I
be
ain't
Bennett.
I ain't in it.
You must be Bennett.
I'm working on
That's what I'm
this
saying.
governor's race, which nationally they coming after us.
Mm-hmm.
Period. They coming after us nationally.
Mm-hmm.
It's Trump against Whitmer.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no let me go. The people worry about John James, and I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the white woman they gonna throw up. I'm waiting on that
That's
card.
really-
You
Yeah.
sparked a lot of memories too.
Yeah.
Here goes Trump,
They-
and now
they
ready
know-
for
we know
Michigan.
John James is whatever. They not. I'm worried about where the white woman at.
Yeah.
John James might be her number 2. That'd be different. And John James against Gilchrist, I don't know, but so I ain't worried about John James because it's Michigan. We gotta remember Michigan is still the most racist state it is. It's still gonna be hard
Yeah.
for James Craig or John James
But-
to even.
But
Get
you
to
know,
that primary.
Craig got a better chance than the John James because the safety issue.
Yeah.
White women love to feel safe.
Mhm.
All that.
but that's what they doing by putting two African Americans
That's
at
not
the
what
top of the
they're doing.
ticket.
See,
They gonna try to
let me
disrupt
tell you what they're
the black
doing.
vote in the Democratic Party.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's
So
exactly
this is what they're doing. And this is why this is bigger than them. I always tell people, we're going to talk about this again
Mhm.
before we go. Shock and awe.
Mm-hmm.
You had John James, a black man,
Mm-hmm.
say, I want to be state senate, right? U.S. Senate.
Again.
Right, hold on, listen.
And then the governor.
Wait, hold on.
Ooh.
Wait. Then people shocked. Black people shocked. It's shock. Oh my, really? He running as a Republican, but his dad is a Democrat. His dad, and everybody knows his dad in Detroit. People start getting comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Shock all gone. It's comfort. Boom. Now you got James Craig, another black man.
Mm-hmm.
This is an issue for the Michigan Democratic Party
Period.
to wake the hell up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And get to
Because
organize.
black men and minority men do not feel like they belong
And the
to a party.
Yeah.
I've been in barber shops. Because I got to do my research.
Mm-hmm.
And they are, well, Republicans are supporting, they just see Republicans supporting black people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Black men see this. When they go vote, what do you think they're thinking about?
Yeah.
See, people think, so Republicans are not trying to steal the black man vote tomorrow.
It's a long
They think long
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
Shock and awe over time.
Exactly.
We think now Let's save it now. Oh, we
Right.
got it down this time. Oh,
Yeah.
God, Jesus.
Yeah.
They think long game, Reagan Democrats, remember them? Long game. Let's steal the men slowly. Let's train them slowly. And then you can steal some that don't feel like they belong to nothing.
Yeah.
That's like stealing somebody's man. If you treat them like crap, any woman can take them. Any piece of woman can have them. If she be like, oh, baby, you great. Oh, your woman don't appreciate you. You know that. Tell a woman, let your girlfriend treat you like crap, you out. And a girl be like, oh, baby, you great, Johnny. Am I right or am I wrong?
I mean, you can look, but you have a case study for it. Like you said, the Reagan Democrats. If you look at Macomb County and union workers, right? That was the thing. Like, Republicans start saying, like, oh, yeah, you work hard for your money. We're going to show up for you. You work hard. And then, it was close every time. They're like, oh, we still won the governorship. Macomb County was still with us. Macomb County was still with the presidency. And then in 2016 and then in 2020, it's like, oh, we done lost Macomb County.
Because
right?
all they worried about is women vote. Black women vote. Black women vote. Republicans are slowly investing in the black man.
Absolutely.
And making them feel empowered and important. And they be like, the Democrats didn't do it. Don't come talk to me about nothing. Democrats put money behind Republicans put money behind Chief Craig. You get what I'm saying? That's what they said. And you see on TV, you watching the news, you see a James Craig, you see James, what's the other name? John James, black people, Republican Party name. You don't see nobody black Democrat that they put up a black man for anything. It's about programming.
We lucky we got Garland, and we made that happen.
I know.
We made that happen. You know what I'm saying?
But it's slowly changing. Isn't it changing though?
Democrats, I think it needs to be a campaign to not for fake, for real, to really genuinely energize the African American male vote. Wow, you could do that while keeping women active. You could do two things at one time.
Right.
So, we're going to have to go out in a minute, you guys. We're going to talk about what we're doing this Christmas. In like 1 minute, what are we going to do this Christmas?
I was gonna go to Frankenmuth, but
you went there before already. You like that place?
Yeah, but due to my current work circumstances, I'm just gonna visit my aunt in Sandusky.
You said I'm picking the money first.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Jesus?
so my Christmas is
Blessing
always
people.
early.
Jesus, but her name Jesus.
Oh.
So her real name Jesus.
Yes.
So what are you doing, Jesus?
So I'm going this weekend to West Michigan.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
like Great Lakes.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what we're gonna do.
And what are you doing?
I am going. My sister's having a brunch that we go to every year, so I'm gonna go over her house, and then I'm gonna cook myself.
So I'm making everybody wear pajamas because I am alive to do so.
Yes.
And I'm listening to Christmas music that we about to listen to now. And I'm making hot cocoa. And I'm so excited to be alive.
Yes.
Yes.
It's alive.
Now the ground is white, so grow it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing the sleighing song. Just get a bottle